Osio, Ganali Dokwedo. That means hello. My name is Ganali, and it means friend. Welcome to the Cherokee Nation. Before the Europeans came, we lived in what is now Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, North and South Carolina, and Virginia. In our villages, there are 50 to 60 families. We always built our villages near water, like rivers or lakes. Now, Yona, can you tell us about some of the housing?
Osio, Yona Dakudo. My name means bear. Each family has 2 houses. The log cabin is for summer. The waddle and daub house is for winter. The waddle and daub is made out of woven sticks and mud. On the top, there's a hole for smoke to come out from the fire. The inside has wooden benches and woven mats. The log cabin has a bed, a table and chair, a shelf, a fireplace, a basket. Well, Willa, would you tell about our clan?
Osio, Walelu Dokudo. My name is Hummingbird. We have 7 clans in the Cherokee Nation: Bird, Wolf, Deer, Paint, Blue, Longhair, and Wild Potato. We are a matriarchal society. When men and women marry, he becomes part of her clan. The children belong to the mother. She also owns the houses. Each clan is considered family, so you can't marry someone from the same clan. Men and women have the same rights, but we cannot become chiefs, but we can serve in councils and can become medicine women. Wahai is one of our chiefs. Can you tell us about our legal system?
Osio, Wahai Dakwado. My name means wolf. I am one of the 2 chiefs of my village. I am the peace chief, the white chief. I keep the peace in the village. We have a council of 7 men, 1 from each clan. We have a group of beloved women who help me rule. We have a tribal government. John Ross is the chief of all the tribes. We have a council that passes laws and a court with 3 judges, and we only have 3 punishments: pay a fine, getting a whipping, or death. I rule my village with Kanati.
Osio, Kanati Dakwado. My name means Lucky Hunter, and I am the War Chief, or Red Chief. I take charge of the government when we're at war. I have a council of men and a group called War Women who help me. Sometimes we go to war with other Native American tribes, like the Creeks, Chickasaw, and Iroquois. We fought alongside the British in the French and Indian War. We also fought in the War of 1812 alongside Andrew Jackson and his troops. Before the Europeans came, we used blowguns, bow and arrows, spears, war clubs, and battle axes in battle. The Cherokee never fought people from their own tribe. We had a game for that. Wahai, would you tell them about stickball?
To settle a fight between clans, we played stickball. We have 2 teams. Each person playing has a short stick with a net at the end. We use a deer-tied ball. The first team to get to 12 goals wins. It was a rough sport. It was called the Little Brother of War. People were injured, some were killed. After the game, we did a feast and dancing.
Osio, Tiahali Dokudo. My name means lizard. Our festivals have food, drumming, and dancing. It's a Selu is the Great Corn Festival. The women are in charge of farming, cooking, and making pottery. We use the pottery to cook in our fires. We use corn in soups, stews, and we also grind it to make bread. We eat berries, nuts, squash, and wild potatoes from the forest. For meat, we eat deer, bird, squirrel, fish, and rabbit. We don't have regular meal times, we just eat when we're hungry. And this is my daughter Adela. Ocio Adela do Quadro. My name means silver. I am one of the girls in the village. I help my mother in the garden. We planted the three sisters corn, bean, and squash. Tomorrow I'll go in the woods and pick berries. My aunt promised me that she would teach me how to weave baskets. Isn't that right, Gila?
Osio. Gia Dokudo. My name means otter. The women in our village weave beautiful baskets made out of river cane or honeysuckle vines. We use roots and bark to dye the fiber before we weave it. Our clothes are made of animal skins. We use deer skin in the warmer weather, bear, buffalo, or wolf pelts in the winter. We also wore moccasins or deer skin boots in the winter. For festivals, we wore feather cloaks made with turkey feathers. We also wore necklaces and bracelets made out of shell, clay beads, and animal bones. Eva Holly, do you want to tell them about how we get those turkey feathers?
Osio. Well, Holly Dokudo. My name means eagle. I'm one of the boys in my village. My Uncle Kanadi taught me how to use this bow dog to hunt squirrel. I've been practicing. I still need more practice. My uncle also taught me how to make arrowheads for my spear. I want to be a great hunter like him someday. But Julio, will you tell them about fishing?
Holy Dakoda. My name is John. I built this drum for a vessel made out of animal hide, beans, and a stick. My uncle Ganali showed me how to fish. Trout and salmon are our favorites. And so we live near water like rivers and lakes. And sometimes we build sometimes we use a hook and vine, and sometimes we build a weir. This is a weir. A weir, we drive the fish in, and we use our hands or spears to catch them. My Uncle Ganali is also teaching me how to build a canoe and read and write. Is that right, Ganali?
Huli. I work at the printing press in New Echota. The newspaper we make there is unique because it is written in two languages, Cherokee and English. It is called the Cherokee Phoenix. We are the first Native American tribe to have a written language. It is all because of a man named Sequoyah. Sequoyah is the only known person in history to make a written language on his own. It took him 12 years, but we now have 85 symbols to represent all the sounds in our language. Sequoyah was a great man. Despite the fact he had a lame leg, he fought in wars. He was also considered an excellent blacksmith and jewelry maker as well. But when he started writing a written language, people thought he was crazy. He wanted a written language, especially to help signing contracts with the white men. Well, Layla, can you tell them a little bit about that?
The Cherokee lived in this land for thousands of years. This was our home. As the European settlers moved in, they wanted to take more and more of our land. We tried working with them. We fought beside them in wars, and we fought alongside them. But still, they wanted more. It makes me sad to talk about it. Kanati, will you tell them the rest?
The more settlers that came, the more they wanted our land. Then they found gold in the area. Many were afraid to stay. They wanted to sell our land and move out west where we were promised new land. Many wanted to stay. In 1835, the Treaty of New Echota was signed. It gave up all of our land east of the Mississippi River. Chief John Ross, the head chief, did not agree with this. He took his case to the Supreme Court and won. but President Andrew Jackson wanted our land too. In 1838, troops were called in, and they forced us out of our land. And we moved to Oklahoma and Arkansas. This was called the Trail of Tears because we lost so many of our people along the way. Ganali, can you tell them the rest?
Many of the Cherokee hid in the Great Smoky Mountains. Fortunately, the Cherokee is still going on in Cherokee, North Carolina, and there's still 2 main tribes in Oklahoma. Phew, it's been a long day, hasn't it been to you, Holly?
Thank you for coming to our Cherokee Village.
Osta Iga Heda, have a great day.